All right, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, who, all of a sudden are playing their best football at the right time. Who would have thought they'd play their best football at the right time? Okay, everybody, but still, it's interesting. So I know I'm a little late on this because it was the Christmas game and all, but I wanted to make a film study breaking down how well Mahomes played against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, let's just get into it. The first play you see on the screen is just like it's what makes Mahomes so deadly, right? Where you see there's a one-on-one matchup on the outside for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this isn't T.J. Watt, it's Alex Highsmith, but Alex Highsmith's still really good, right? As you see, Highsmith is going to be beating Joe Thuney, the new left tackle, who is a great guard, now playing tackle. Actually did an all right job, but still, you're in a situation here where Mahomes is under pressure on his blind side. Like, this is, it's difficult. This is a situation where plenty of quarterbacks lose the football here because they get hit and then don't have the ball protected. However, watch Mahomes somehow notice this, scramble up, and he's going to actually rush for a first down. Again, his running ability is so key because I know that, listen, he's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, although he is still pretty fast, and he's not as big as Josh Allen, although he is still pretty big. But really, more important than any of that for a quarterback is being able to just understand a situation and know when you should run. Like, being a smart runner as a quarterback is more important than being a fast runner. And Allen and Lamar are both really smart too, but you get my point, right? He's just so good at knowing how to navigate the pocket, find ways to get positive plays. It's really incredible. Now, heading over here, I think this sequence is a good example of kind of what the Chiefs do. Because I know that, their overall bulk stats aren't very impressive, and I've heard a lot of people say things like, "Oh, the Chiefs, they're a defensive first team. Like they have Mahomes, obviously he's great, but then it's really about the defense." And I kind of made a whole video on this, but it's really not true. The offense is what carries the team. They just don't really get explosive plays usually. They're right around the same rank in terms of points per drive this season. It's just that they run so many plays per drive. They're by far and away first in plays per drive. So they have these long possessions, so it shortens games, and they have the least amount of possessions per game. So that's kind of what happens. And this play is an example of what the Chiefs do. So it's man coverage that the Steelers are in right here. And so how are the Chiefs going to counter that? Well, let's run this little pick play, rub route, whatever you want to call it. I guess if it's illegal, it's a pick play. If it's legal, it's a rub route. So let's just do this. So sure, that's what Mahomes does. A quick throw to Noah Gray, the tight end, who's also very good. The number 2 tight end because Kelsey is there, but he's a good player. Hey, you gain some yards. Nothing crazy, but you're moving the ball down the field. On the next play, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, in this situation, what do you want to do to beat them this time? You've gotten to the 7-yard line. Well, they're going to more or less do not the same thing, but a very similar type of thing. Have some players just run setup routes to try and get in the way. Xavier Worthy will run a route getting to the sideline. As you see, Patrick Mahomes is going to take the snap. He flips the ball to Worthy. Really good throw as Worthy's able to continue running after the catch, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Again, these things aren't going to blow away any stat books. I mean, those are 2 plays for 6 yards each, like whatever. But they do this at such a high level. They're so efficient in these plays. That's what makes them special. Although I have to say, too, I mean, Mahomes was making some really good plays. This kind of was a vintage Mahomes game. And like this play, for example, it became a meme for a while of like, if Patrick Mahomes does this, then the media goes crazy. Because there was some of that, right? There was Mahomes, makes something kind of fun and then everyone goes crazy over it. But I almost feel like we've gone the other way now. We're like, when's the last time you've seen everyone go crazy about a Patrick Mahomes pass? But he makes them so consistently. Like this one, why wasn't this a highlight just plastered all over Twitter? It's a 3rd down and 11. Mahomes is going to take the snap, and due to the pressure right here, I mean, actually it's picked up pretty nicely, so Mahomes is okay from here, but he doesn't love what he sees. There's no one open right away, and again, due to the pressure, navigating the pocket is going to be a little difficult. However, he's able to do that part well, gets to this situation where because he's now getting outside the pocket, there's not a lot else he can do. It's 3rd and 11. He could try and run and break a tackle, but that's probably not something you should do here when you almost certainly are going to get the 1 seed. But watch that Steelers player right here. He's doing the classic mistake, which is trying to run in and tackle Mahomes and leaving the guy you're covering uncovered now. We've seen players do this a lot where they think they can get there before Mahomes can make a play. They never can. But here, it seems like they can, right? Mahomes can't get his shoulders square and make a throw. But instead, watch him just flip it, and he is able to get a first down right there. I mean, that's a crazy, crazy play by Mahomes, right? The fact that he's able to pull that off. I guess maybe why it's, you could argue it's not as crazy is because there was a defensive hold, so it would have been a first down regardless. But like, still, it's you didn't know if it was going to be a defensive hold or not. It's an amazing play he was able to make. And also, let's talk about deep shots, because like, okay, there's been this thing circulating. I don't know how much of the internet you guys see compared to what I see. I don't know, we might be on different corners of the internet or whatever, but I've seen a lot of people posting like missed throws, like missed deep shots from Patrick Mahomes. And like, listen, if your take is that Mahomes isn't a good deep ball thrower, I don't know what to tell you. We've seen evidence over his career that's not the case, although he has missed some this year. I really think most of them have just been him and Xavier Worthy have struggled to get chemistry. Because this play, it's a 1st and 10. Justin Watson is going to be running a deep shot right here. So it's a one-on-one matchup on the outside, and watch what happens. Mahomes is going to take the snap. He looks over, actually spends a lot of time looking over the middle, but he was always going to go here, just trying to keep the safety, in the middle of the field area. There is a window, and watch what happens. Mahomes just makes a perfect throw, and they're able to pick up a big completion. And if the Chiefs are hitting deep shots now, like, that could really open up the offense. Because as much as I want to say, well, they're so efficient, at the end of the day, being able to hit deep shots and get the ball down the field quickly just helps you. What's better than being great on third downs? Not even having to deal with a third down, excuse me. So yeah, that's what they have to do. Because let's get into the one negative of all of this. I know I'm gushing over the Chiefs, and some Chiefs haters won't like that. If you're a Chiefs hater and thinking, Jackson, please tell me there's a way the Chiefs can lose this year. Please tell me that they are human. This is the way, where it's a zone coverage concept, and you have Travis Kelce going, doing what he always does, finding a gap in coverage underneath, right? He's going to get open. And he does. He's able to run underneath. He gets open right here. So, hey, okay, here we go. Super efficient football, like what we see from the Chiefs usually. All good. But this time the pass is batted and nearly intercepted. So, okay, what's my point? Bat passes down? That doesn't seem like a sustainable strategy. Well, no. My point is that if you have a football team that is built around efficiency and third down efficiency and not moving backwards, things are going to go wrong. There's going to be batted passes, or there's going to be holding penalties, or dropped passes, and those are going to matter more when they're on third down, obviously, than if it was on second down and you would still have a chance after. So the more third downs you have, the more chances there are for things to go wrong. This one could have even been intercepted, so there's even that aspect. You can get some fluky interceptions or some earned interceptions. The defender can make a play, right? So that's the trade-off, and that's why the Chiefs do probably have to make sure they're going to hit some explosives here and there. Even, in the playoff run last year, they were very efficient, but they did hit on the occasional explosive as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. So that's my last Patrick Mahomes film study of the season. I'm sure I will make at least one in the postseason, probably more, but we'll see. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.